I told you, throwing away half your stuff could double your net worth. Minimalist living isn't just about clean rooms, it's the ultimate cheat code for your financial plan. You've probably been taught that financial independence means a bigger salary, a smarter investment portfolio, or some complicated spreadsheet with 14 tabs. But the real unlock isn't earning more, it's needing less. That's the whole idea behind minimalist living and financial independence. It's not about deprivation. It's about realizing that most of what you own and most of what you buy isn't actually making your life better. It's just sitting there, costing you money, taking up space, and quietly keeping you stuck at your job longer than you need to be. Let's start with the math nobody talks about. Every single thing you own has two costs: what you paid for it and what it costs you to keep. Storage, insurance, maintenance, replacement. The mental energy of just having it around. A minimalist doesn't ask, can I afford this? They ask, what does owning this actually cost me over the next 10 years? That single shift in thinking changes almost every purchase decision you'll ever make. Think about a car for a second. It's not just the payment. It's the insurance, the gas, the maintenance, the parking, the depreciation, eating away at it every single year it sits in your driveway. Most people only see the sticker price. Minimalists see the whole 10-year bill, and that changes what they're willing to buy in the first place. Here's where it gets powerful. Every dollar you don't spend on stuff you don't need is a dollar that can go toward your financial plan. Not someday, today. If you free up $200 a month by owning less, and you invest that every month for 20 years at a normal market return, you're looking at close to $100,000. That's not from a raise. That's not from a side hustle. That's from simply owning less stuff. And this compounds in a way most people never notice, because it's not one big decision. It's dozens of small ones stacking on top of each other every single month, quietly working in the background while you go about your life. Financial independence isn't just about growing your investments. It's also about how secure you feel along the way. And that's where your emergency fund guide comes in. Most people think an emergency fund is about the number in the account, but minimalists think about it differently. If you need less to live on every month, your emergency fund automatically stretches further. 6 months of expenses looks a lot different when your expenses are $3,000 a month instead of $6,000. The same account balance can mean twice the runway, just because you need less to survive on it. So how do you actually start living this way? It's simpler than you think. First, stop upgrading things that already work. Your phone, your car, your furniture. If it's functioning, it doesn't need replacing, just because something newer exists. Every upgrade you skip is money that goes straight into your financial plan instead of into depreciation. Second, before buying anything non-essential, ask yourself one question. Would you still want this in a year? Most impulse purchases fail this test immediately because most of what we buy is driven by a passing feeling, not a lasting need. Boredom, stress, a good sale email, none of that has anything to do with whether you actually need the thing. Third, get comfortable with fewer, better things. A minimalist doesn't own 5 mediocre versions of something. They own one solid one. And stop there. This isn't about being cheap. It's about being intentional. So your money goes toward things that matter, like your investments, your emergency fund, and your freedom. Fourth, look at your recurring expenses the same way you look at your closet. If you haven't touched it, used it, or needed it in the last month, it doesn't belong in your life or your budget. Subscriptions, memberships, storage units, all of it adds up quietly in the background while you're focused on the big financial moves. And none of it gets noticed until you actually go looking for it. Here's the part most people miss. Financial independence isn't actually about hitting some giant number in a brokerage account. It's about the gap between what you earn and what you need. You can close that gap two ways: earn more or need less. Needing less is faster, it's free, and you can start today with things you already own. Most financial advice focuses entirely on the earning side. Get a raise, start a side hustle, invest smarter. All of that helps, but it's slow, and it's not always in your control. Needing less is the one lever you can pull right now, today, without asking anyone's permission. Think about what financial independence actually buys you. It's not a bigger house or a fancier car. It's the ability to say no to a job you don't want. It's not needing permission to leave a bad situation. It's options. And minimalism hands you those options faster than almost anything else, because it shrinks the amount of money required to feel free. This is why minimalist living and financial independence go hand in hand. One shrinks your needs, the other grows your resources. Do both at the same time, and the gap between where you are and where you want to be closes a lot faster than you'd expect. You don't need a massive life overhaul to start. Pick one category this week: clothes, subscriptions, kitchen gadgets, whatever's cluttering your space, and cut it down to what you actually use. Take whatever money that frees up and send it straight into your financial plan or your emergency fund. That's it. That's the whole system. Owning less isn't a sacrifice, it's a shortcut. And once you start seeing your stuff as either helping your freedom or costing you your freedom, you'll never look at your closet, your garage, or your bank account the same way again. If this helped you rethink what you actually need, hit subscribe and drop a like. Lazy Wealth Bros got a lot more of this coming your way.